Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and today's video is going to be interesting because for the first time since 2019, Julia and I, my wife, we're flying out to Europe, actually Ukraine. And of course right now you have the Delta variant of COVID-19 going crazy, and so I figured let me film for you guys what it's like to fly to Europe in these COVID times. It's going to be very, very interesting. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. And hopefully by the end of this video, we will be in Ukraine. Now, a few things before we actually leave and before I put a mask on. There are so many different rules depending on which country you're going to. Because we're going to Ukraine, let me tell you what we have to do. First and foremost, you have to be vaccinated, or within 72 hours, you have to show proof that you've taken a test and it came up negative. To be safe, because we're going through Munich and finishing up in Ukraine, we got our test, it was like maybe 60 hours in advance, both negative, and we are both vaccinated. On top of that, in Ukraine, if you're not a Ukrainian citizen like Julia is, you have to purchase temporary health insurance. So we're going there for about 14 days, so I spent like maybe 32 euros, which I think gave me like $30,000 worth of coverage just in case if I contract COVID somewhere in Ukraine, it's all kind of paid for. So that is taking care of like the Ukrainian stuff. When it comes to flying Lufthansa, they only really just wanted a negative test or either be vaccinated or a negative test along with a couple other paperwork. Now, I know some people actually can't get the vaccinations, and that's maybe why they kind of allow you to do just the testing. Nonetheless, you have to have that stuff. They actually require you 12 hours in advance to put that stuff online to see if they approve it. So now that we have that out of the way, now we're going to head to the airport. So everything in the airport and when you get to the plane and in an Uber, you have to wear masks. I don't know what it's going to be like when we come back here in 2 weeks. It could be some weird lockdown, who really knows. But yeah, so now I'm going to put my mask on, wait for an Uber, and head to the airport. We're in a Newark airport, by the way. We're at the airport now, and looks like here they don't have any like food places open outside. But here's security. So we just got through security. Now we're hanging out here. We still have an hour and 10 minutes until they start boarding. Just a few things. We went to the counter, even though we took the COVID-19 test and it came out negative. She never even asked for that. All she cared about was the vaccination card, which we gave them. One tip for you guys when you're going through security, especially if you're traveling with people that are not U.S. citizens, make sure you know all of the rules and laws of travel. Because my wife has a different name on her passport, and we know that she brings her green card and other form of identification. That way, even though her ticket and her passport has one name, her ID has another, and they can confirm that. We also even travel with her marriage certificate. That way they know that we're married and she changed her name, because legally it's changed on there. And the TSA agent obviously didn't know that, so we had to explain it to him, and he realized, oh yeah, that makes sense. You're good to go now. So always know to do that. Now we're sitting here, we're watching the planes go by. It's kind of an ugly day. I'm going to show you New York City. There's not really much to look at the moment. I want to show you guys the plane we're flying. It's massive, my friend. The engine compared to the truck. Yeah, man, it is massive. And if you look behind me, it's going to be a packed flight. I know a lot of people get like a little worried about flying, especially in COVID-19. Well, they have HEPA filters as their actual like filtration system for air, which is what they use in the hospital. So if you're worried about like getting COVID on the plane, it's very unlikely, especially right now, because you have to be either vaccinated or show a negative test within 72 hours. So you're going to be fine. Now look at this throwback plane. It is a TWA. American bringing back the old colors. A different airline, but pretty cool. And yes, those kids are loud. We're in our seats, and can we talk about this leg space here? Man, the leg room is amazing. Now this is Julia's screen. Here's mine over here.
He's almost finished.
Very, very far away. I like this. give you free hand wipes, and you know we are wiping down everything. Everything. Here's the screen, my hands, you name it. And they still offer dinners on international flights. Italian meal for us on this one. So it's not as good as Mom's, but it will do about 30,000 feet up in the air. I gotta know something. Why would you give people cups and say take a cup? Yeah, with tons of cups. If you can't drink the water. I know, right? Breakfast is here, and hopefully they didn't overdo it, guys. I think maybe there's 4 pieces of honeydew, 3 pieces of watermelon, maybe one or 2 grapes. That, yeah. Woo. Also, why does it say no cigarette disposal when you can't smoke on a plane? Come on. And now we're in Munich, and everyone's wearing masks, and it just seems like a normal trip except for the masks. Pretty good so far. Now that's my kind of lunch right here. I'll take the whole thing to go. I brought Julia to the duty-free store, and I lost her. I'm losing her. She's going over the perfumes, and I can't go over there because I'm allergic to all that stuff. So should I leave her here? No, I'm not gonna leave her here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is it's a problem. That's a problem, man. Look how cute these little guys are. And now we're walking down to the plane. Here's our plane. A lot of steps in this airport. So we're taking a bus. So that might not be our plane there, but we're pretty much on the tarmac because we just came from there. Look guys, it's Julia. She's finally making an appearance in this video. How you feeling? Good? We're going to take a bus to a plane at the airport. Is that fun? So we're going from a bus to an Airbus. This is an Airbus. Airbus. And we're getting on the plane. Now taking the steps up. A lot of steps like I mentioned before. And we are in Kiev. Woo! The security line is like ridiculous. Let me show you this. Yeah, all security line here. Crazy. Mostly because they have to check passports, visas, and then COVID cards and COVID tests. So there's a lot of extra stuff they have to do. Through security, waiting on Julia now. And then freedom. Baggage claim, here we go. We got our bags and we're leaving the airport. Actually wasn't that bad. Now when you went through security, you had to have your vaccination card, your proof of insurance, and a negative test. Negative test, I mean, technically speaking, you can get it taken here at the airport, but we did ours in advance, so we were good. Now we're finally heading outside, yeah. Julia will be seeing her parents for the first time in 2 years. Get married, they said. Travel the world with your wife. My wife's stuff. My wife's stuff. My wife's stuff. My stuff. My wife's stuff. This is all I have. Oh, she's got a shoe bag. All right, so this is why I actually kept you guys waiting on here. If you're traveling anywhere international this summer, actually really anywhere, get one of these right here. These are the Avid at-home tests. And you can get these like at CVS. We got ours at Walgreens. These are the exact same ones if you went to urgent care or CVS or anything like that. But of course you can buy them. Now they have these like here. But you can see in the back, it talks about what they actually have in here. I don't know if you can actually see it because of the way my camera is, but you can see. Fast and easy, 15 minutes. You totally need to get one if you're going away. If you haven't been vaccinated, you always need a test. Here you go. If you are vaccinated, just want to make sure you're okay because the Delta variant is pretty freaky. Now you're all set. Anyway, I'm going to go to sleep because I'm exhausted. But thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up.
出ない